A successful Olympic Games candidature is marked with an outpouring of emotion. An overwhelming sense of pride is felt at an individual and national level. However, euphoria must quickly be replaced with a steely determination to take on the demands of delivering a successful event. How do you approach this enormous personnel challenge? The candidature has been won, the organising committee is established, and all legal entities are in place. An effective people management strategy needs to be developed.
In the early beginning, it was very important to understand the values and what we would expect in terms of the delivery during the games, what was the vision, and share that vision with the leadership that we were recruiting during that year.
One of the early challenges was to make sure that I recruited a solid team that had experience but also brought fresh and new ideas to the task that we had in hand, which was to respond to something that you knew your country would hold you to account for.
An OCOG must carefully build a firm but flexible organisational structure that is resilient to the inevitable changes that will occur. Creating a diverse and inclusive environment where individuals and their abilities can thrive is key to success.
The recommendation is to invest in your management, from top management to the level of supervisors and team leaders, because these are the only good management, good engagement, good leadership are the things which keep people motivated during the games.
You need to be able to bring in ready-made expertise that can deliver big chunks of your program, and the partners have been absolutely critical in providing us with terrific, motivated and highly skilled people who knew exactly what we needed them to do.
There are many considerations when planning and managing a project on this scale. Each member of the team has to be inducted, trained, accredited, and eventually deployed in their games time roles. The foundation of the game structure are established over the first few years, with 99% of the overall games time workforce being recruited and trained in the last 6 months before the games are staged.
It's important at the early stage to define the business model of your services, of your recruitment, of your training, what you will do in-house, what you will outsource, or what you will just have a contract. It's important to define the role of functional areas in selecting, in training, in managing workforce. And this is very important to constantly communicate with the functions.
No two OCOGs will organise themselves in the same way because of differing contexts and cultures.
A team needs to be well led, so the discipline of good people skills and inspiring leadership needs to be replicated beyond the leader of the venue. We would encourage good leaders to be identified early, and those leaders to be given the autonomy to recruit their team and train their team and take ownership of their team as early as possible in the project.
One of the most effective ways of delivering service excellence is to view the game's workforce as a stakeholder. This is achieved by defining the end-to-end stakeholder experience and testing everything that is planned and ultimately delivered against their expectations.
We developed a protocol which ensured that we understood how we expected individuals to be treated, the standards that we wanted applied, from health and safety, working hours, paying the London living wage, and that meant that we could build them into contracts and everyone knew what they had to do. We planned ahead and we built relationships early. I think that made a real difference.
One of the key ingredients of success is to focus on communications and engagement. The training and learning inspires the tens of thousands of people working at the Games, from the paid staff through to the volunteers, to give their very best.
We had people engaged, committed, excited to be part of this It all comes down to the quality of the people and how engaged they are to deliver.
Volunteers, they want to contribute. They want to be a key part of making everything happen. You need to actually look after that.
We create a national contest to select best-in-class volunteers who were proudly representing respective regions, and it worked. Now in turn we have millions of the volunteers who were inspired by the chance to participate in once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to show up at the global event which create the glory of the country.
The key piece of advice that I would give to future organising committees is not to underestimate the task of mobilising up to 150,000 workers, paid volunteer and contractor. It's a huge undertaking.
Find people who has passion to do what they do, that really believes on the values of sports as a meaning of transformation, inspiring people, and try to share with them the journey of positive and negative things that we're going to see ahead, because people need to have courage to deal with the uncertainties. Try to engage your people to have fun also. We're providing a party for those who are coming, so we need to be happy to receive them.